Welcome to Free to Play Unlimited. I'm Oksana, and this week we have the usual news, but we also have first looks on two highly anticipated games. Which games? Keep watching to find out.
FreeMMOStation.com. Free to Play Unlimited.
Remember Akaneiro Demon Hunters, the upcoming game from American McGee and Spicy Horse? Well, here's a nice little story about it. Akaneiro was supposed to launch as free-to-play, but some weeks ago in the official forums, information began to appear on how the business model was about to change to buy-to-play. And so it was, but without any price or official announcement. Cheaper than Torchlight, the studio said in a whispering voice. Well, Spicy Horse has just changed its mind once again, launching a Kickstarter campaign for the game where it's calling it a free-to-play action role-playing experience. And on the Stream Greenlight page, we can finally get some closure. The game will be free-to-play at launch. Some of the reasons include the predictable content expansions, but the studio actually realized that being free-to-play is the best way to spread the game and get exposure. We could have told them that. So Akaneiro is truly free-to-play. Hopefully this won't change during the next week or so. Dark Blood is another game that joins the infamous group of shut-down free-to-play games. Being marked for shutdown January 15th.
Ooh, yeah! Good, come on, that's awesome.
With the announcement came the usual news about refunds on the official website. The premium shop was closed on December 28th, and if you made a recent purchase, you'll get a certain amount of Spark cash. Outspark is thanking players and assuring they will do their best to find a new publisher for Dark Blood and save your character information. Just like with Microsoft Flight a while back, Microsoft decided to cease production of new content for Age of Empires Online. The reason is simple: it's too expensive.
Age of Empires Online.
The studio said that the development of these updates is expensive, and so players won't get more features and civilizations apart from a small amount of content to be released soon. But don't take this the wrong way. Age of Empires Online isn't shutting down. The game will live on and continue with its events, so you can keep playing. Just don't expect anything new. This week, we have two amazing first looks on a couple of anticipated new games, Warframe and Ragnarok Online 2. This is just a small teaser, so don't forget to watch the full videos on our channel.
It's really cool, and also, even though I don't think this is on the highest settings at all, but it still looks great. Right, so this mission we had to go and take out a generator, and also remember that you have to get out alive. The game isn't just going to end. So, there, mission accomplished, and now we have to escape.
The graphics aren't horrible, but they're not great either. But the gameplay makes up for it. The game is really fun, and it's kind of story-driven, at least from what I've seen so far. So, that's always a plus. There's always something to follow. And it shares a lot of the same features with the...
This week in Face Off, we have a battle of hack-and-slash games. Drakensang Online versus Path of Exile. Who will win this battle? Drakensang Online has millions of players to vouch for its undeniable qualities, while Path of Exile is a lot darker, but also promises some genuine depth and monster-slashing fun. Which one will emerge victorious? Leave your opinion in the comments. For this week's quiz, we have an MMORPG that turned free-to-play not long ago. This game is said by some players to be a sort of poor man's Skyrim, with its expansive world and enormous possibilities. But it's also a bit too buggy for its own good. The first one to write the answer in the comments will see their name featured in the next free-to-play Unlimited episode. Since this past week we had a Warframe closed beta giveaway and first look, what better time to say just how much we want this free-to-play shooter.
Death traps and things like that. That'd be really awesome. Boss fights too.
Digital Extremes is a studio with a solid reputation, having developed acclaimed titles such as Dark Sector and The Darkness 2. When they announced their first free-to-play game, a co-op shooter called Warframe, we stopped and listened. And the game is now in closed beta, and it's as good as we hoped for. But what is Warframe? Essentially, it's a sci-fi shooter with a Dark Sector feel to it, and different classes of characters, the Warframes, to choose from. Will you be the powerful Rhino or the resourceful Mag? No matter what your choice is, prepare to enter some Halo-esque scenarios and to engage in exciting combat. If you weren't lucky enough to enter the closed beta, then you'll have to wait for the beginning of the open beta, which is yet to be announced.
Almost tribal, but it's really dark and kind of grungy. It's just creepy, really, and I kind of like that because the levels so far have been dark, everything is really mysterious, and that's kind of how space is. So here's one of the doors where you need 2 players to activate it. So that's interesting.
That's it for this week. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and leave your comments and suggestions below. Until next time.